Time now for Utah's most accurate forecast with Thomas Geboy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
Good morning, Utah. Happy Thursday, or as we like to call it around here, happy Friday Eve. The time is currently 6:11. We'll begin with our ongoing flood concerns where we still have multiple flood alerts in effect. The flood warnings that we have in the Beehive State still include the South Fork of the Ogden River near Huntsville, the Bear River in both Box Elder and Rich County. We also have the flood warning for the Sevier River near Hatch and the Dolores River near Cisco. The flood advisory that we have is for the Blacksmith Fork in Cache County, while the watches still include the Green River near Jensen, the Lower Weber River at Plain City, and the Little Bear River below the Hiram Dam. Now, a flood warning tells you either flooding is occurring now or it is expected. A flood advisory typically means that that waterway is above action stage and could climb eventually into flood stage, and the flood watch means flooding is a possibility. So we're keeping a close eye on all of our waterways. Still a lot of water to come down from the mountains. We're still averaging around 16.5 inches of snow water equivalent across the state. So we'll continue to keep you posted as we go throughout this runoff season. Remember, you want to make sure that you stay away from those fast moving waters as they're moving high, fast, and cold. But speaking of those waterways where it's a little bit calmer, here's the view from the Colorado River, Red Cliffs Lodge in Moab, looking absolutely incredible. Still have some lingering clouds as that system that brought those scattered showers and thunderstorms yesterday now moving into Colorado. So we still have some cloud coverage in the eastern portion of the state, but still focusing on the Colorado River and more specifically down towards Lake Powell. Lake Powell continues to climb with its water level, now over 14.5 feet of gain since we saw last month, where that level dropped to 3,519.3 feet. Keep in mind, we're still a way away from a full pool at 3,700 feet, but anytime we're talking about water levels rising, that's a good thing. And we're also talking about water levels rising in the Great Salt Lake, now over 4.5 feet since the record low back on November 2nd. So we're moving in the right direction, and hopefully we continue to see those water levels climb as we go throughout the next several months. So that potential definitely does exist. We'll keep you posted there as well. In the meantime, though, here's an absolutely beautiful view from Deer Valley, shaping up to what's going to be a beautiful sunrise for most. So if you have an unobstructed view of the horizon, chances are you're going to see a pretty sunrise as well. It's a little bit on the chilly and cool side of things, just like we saw yesterday morning, with most of us waking up with temperatures in the 30s and 40s, but a few spots like Salt Lake City and St. George, temperature sitting around 50 degrees. So depending on where you are, another one of those quintessential mornings where you're either going to want the jacket or you're going to want the sweater. So the system that we were talking about yesterday has now moved into Colorado. We could see some wraparound showers generally in the northeastern half of our area, but the chance for wet weather today significantly lower compared to what we saw yesterday. And for most of us, that will result in mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. And along the Wasatch Front, that daytime high getting very close to where we should be for this time of year. So after this cool start, by the heart of the afternoon, a daytime high near 70 degrees. And the average high for today in Salt Lake, 71. So most of us today across the state will see those daytime highs generally in the 60s and 70s. A few spots like Park City and Evanston will see a daytime high generally in the 50s. And as mentioned, in the northeastern half of our area, a few isolated showers and storms can't be completely ruled out this afternoon. Then down into central Utah, a high of 60 in Nephi, 65 in Richfield. Then down in southern Utah, a high of 59 degrees in Bryce Canyon. A great day to go for a hike there. 75 in Kanab, 83 in St. George, and a daytime high of 74 in Lake Powell. And it will be breezy at times, but the winds won't be too strong. Now let's go ahead and begin the futurecast, and as we go from this morning into the afternoon, as mentioned, in the northeastern half of our area and possibly in the high country in northern Utah, we could see a few spotty showers, but again, for the most part, the most of us stay on the dry side of things. Going into Friday, we won't see too many changes compared to what we get today, with maybe just a few more spotty showers in the high country across the Beehive State, but the weather pattern becomes a little bit more active once we get into this Mother's Day weekend with the setup that could be monsoon-like, with temperatures that are likely going to climb above our seasonal averages, and we could be looking at more moisture moving in. Again, not going to be a monsoon setup, but monsoon-like, with above average temperatures and that chance for wet weather. And you'll see that represented here in the 7-day forecast, where St. George will go from the low 80s today to the middle 80s tomorrow. Then it's upper 80s to around 90 degrees from your Mother's Day into early next week. And by Sunday into early next week, we could be talking about a slight chance for showers, even down around St. George. Then along the Wasatch Front, daytime highs of low 70s the next couple of days, overnight lows near 50 degrees. Then we bring in that slight chance for wet weather into this Mother's Day weekend, as daytime highs along the Wasatch Front climb to near 80 degrees by Mother's Day Sunday into early next week.